What's up guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here, and today I wanted to talk about DNF Duel, as there really isn't much news I wanted to talk about in the past couple of days. Now, DNF Duel is one of my favorite fighting games out there right now. I have been having a lot of fun with it. However, the game seems to have been talked a lot recently. And well, people have been talking a lot about the future of this game and its current state, because right now we really don't know any roadmap. There also is a lot of claims of the player base that is dropping, and it seems people are getting a bit concerned. Now, before I continue, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. I just want to restate, I love the game, and I constantly play it and have fun, which I feel it's what matters in the end of the day for each individual. There has been talks about the future of the game because the game came out more than a month ago, and for a lot of people, they feel the overall interest has decreased or gone down. I think one of the reasons we're seeing this is the lack of a future roadmap or what to expect. DNF Duel is a game that came out, however, until today, it has never stated any plans of adding DLC characters. Now, due to the nature of how fighting game works, it is expected that the game will get DLC at some point, and I believe it will. I'm 80% sure right now. A big thing with fighting games is that whenever a new character is released, of course you will see a bump in the player base. With DNF Duel, we don't know when are they gonna announce a DLC character, or for the matter of fact, release one. I feel if we had an idea, or when can we expect as we approach that date, you would see a bump in player base culminating in the release of the character. Right now, for example, Strife is getting a bump of players because Bridget came out, the latest DLC character. I think the lack of when can we expect a DLC character is creating a feeling of uncertainty for some players. Not many fighting games are doing this. A lot of them usually announce a season pass or something when the game is about to come out. A current example I can think of that didn't announce any season pass or DLC on release was Multi-Blood Type Lumina. Type Lumina came out September 29th, and I think a month later, like October 29th-ish, like they did an announcement, and like it was announced they will be releasing 4 DLC characters, something along those lines if I'm not mistaken, but they did took their time to announce something. I think DNF Duel came out June 27th, and well, we're in August, so more than a month has passed and no word of a DLC or anything. I don't want to be an alarmist. I do believe the game will get DLC, but I understand that the longer we go without an announcement, the more uneasy the players become, and other players might lose interest because they don't see their favorite character being added anytime soon. As we know, DNF Duel has a lot of characters that people would want to see. I feel roadmaps are for this reason fantastic, because players get an idea of when things are coming and what can they expect, and like around what time frame we would see like updates, balance patches, or DLC. I feel also another factor as to why we see the player base shifting is the current meta. This game can go bonkers at any moment. However, since DNF Duel came out, we have seen characters that are definitely standing out compared to the rest of the roster. We saw first people being alarmed because of Crusader. Then when the game came out, people were saying Hitman. And eventually, people were saying Swiftmaster is the problem. Seeing how certain characters can seem dominating, plus how volatile the gameplay can overall be, it can cause players, especially, the casual players, to not want to play. Now, we are supposed to get a balance patch by the end of August, which of course might help the game or create more harm. However, I think it will cause a bump of players, as there will be people interested in seeing how is the balance of the game after this patch. So at least we got a balance patch incoming, which overall it's a good thing, especially to get people back into the game. I think also another reason is just this is an anime fighting game, and right now there's also a ton of options out there to play. I personally feel anime fighting games tend to explode in player base the first couple of months it comes out, and then it slowly hemorrhage players until what's left is the people who love the game, or the hardcore players that will probably keep the game alive and the community going. And I just feel people sort of forget that's how anime fighting games tend to be. I personally feel because Strife was huge and Melty Blood is Melty Blood, which those two are the latest anime fighting games that came out, so people sort of forgot that that's what happens usually with anime fighting games. So of course, this tends to be a bit normal for that. It is not dead, and I don't think the game will ever be dead. It's just now composed of the fan base of the game and the people who love the game and who want to keep playing. And also a factor to consider is, as I mentioned, there is a lot of options right now when it comes to fighting games to choose to play. So many of them have rollback netcode or will be getting rollback netcode. Okay, other fighting games are getting DLC characters. We have Melty Blood getting new characters soon. Bridget just came out in Strife. Multiversus is gonna get some DLC characters this month, I believe. KOF got DLC characters. People have choices, which maybe the players who are in hardcore or casual, instead of playing DNF Duel, they look at their library and go, oh, I can just play this other fighting game. Years ago, there wasn't that many options, and also not many had rollback netcode. I don't think the DNF player base should feel alarmed yet. I feel this is normal for anime fighting games. I feel like we should start to get concerned maybe if by November we don't have any DLC announcements. I just feel there are also other factors playing, which is why the player base is not that big or quote unquote doing good. I think once we get the balance patch and also hopefully some sort of roadmap with DLC characters, I feel there would be more interest and, a bump in the player base for sure. As always though, this is just my thoughts. What are your thoughts, guys, on DNF Duel and the player base and the future of the game? Feel free to leave your thoughts down below. This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.